Welcome back to another Curator's Chat here at Behringer-Crawford. My name is Jason French, Curator of Collections, and today I thought I would talk to you a little bit about the Declaration of Independence, or at least maybe not the Declaration, although I do recommend, if you've not read it recently, 4th of July, you should read it. It is an amazing document. I try to read it every year, at least once. So here in front of us are, of course, two muskets and two mortars. So if you think about, the Star-Spangled Banner, the bombs bursting in air, this is what they're talking about. These are both from the Civil War. This is probably a 10-inch mortar, and it weighs well over 100 pounds. It would have fit down in a mortar, or like a short cannon barrel, with maybe this wooden bowl that this is setting on, maybe about that much powder underneath it. And in here you would have put gunpowder and a fuse that you would have cut for time increment. So when this shot out the end of the barrel and gets out maybe 10 seconds out over the enemy, it's going to burst in air, and this is going to turn into shrapnel. So when we sing about bombs bursting in air, and it's part of our patriotic, this is what they're talking about. Mortars and like this. Now, this musket is actually pretty amazing that we have it. It's not in the best shape. I think it probably has a story to it that I will never know, but I would love to know, because it's been through a fire. It has some loss, but this is a model 1795 Springfield musket, and this one was made in 1810. So this was a War of 1812 musket, and many Kentuckians, when they were going off to fight in the War of 1812, met up at the barracks in Newport, Kentucky, very close to where we are right now. So this musket could have been part of the barracks in Newport and might have some story from that war over 200 years ago. So it's great to have the opportunity. It doesn't get a lot of exposure to the outside world right now, but I love this, and I love talking about it. And over here is a rifled musket from the Civil War. This one, I believe, is made in 1863. And in that year, in the Civil War, we were actively fighting during Independence Day. The 4th of July, 1863, two battles were going on, Gettysburg and Vicksburg, right in that time. So independence wasn't always set. And when we think about, once again, we go back to the national anthem and talking about rockets and bombs bursting in air and the conflict, it's easy for us now to eat hot dogs and bratwurst and hamburgers and have fireworks on the 4th of July. But sometimes it's nice to sit and actually read the Declaration of Independence, understand what our forefathers were trying to do, and understand what they experienced. That's why we now are an independent and free nation. See you next week. Thanks. Bye.